So please introduce yourself.
Okay. First of all, hi Raushan, good evening. And my name is Shravan. I belong from Gorakhpur city, Uttar Pradesh. And as far as my education is concerned, I have done my bachelor, which is BSc Mathematics. And currently I'm pursuing my master's, which is MCA. And apart from these, I do run a YouTube channel. My hobbies are listening music, uh, reciting poetry, and watching podcasts. So that's all about
Nice.
me. Would love to
So
know something about you as well.
sure. As you already know, my name is Raushan and I'm your neighbor. I'm from Bihar and I'm working in a school as an English teacher and I also teach online. I like reading books, watching movies, and I also record conversations like this to upload on my YouTube. So this is pretty much about me.
Okay, very nice meeting you, Roshan. I saw your one video on, on Rajni Verma channel, Try
Hmm.
to Try, where it goes, like it went viral, if I can
Hmm.
remember. And that's how
Yes.
I just think about to have a conversation with you.
Hmm.
We are a YouTuber, so you can understand that doing conversation somewhere or other helps us to improve our English, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So, what do you do in Gorakhpur? Are you studying there or are you from Gorakhpur?
I'm pursuing my master's, so
Hmm.
and due to which I'm in the hostel. So I stay
Hmm.
there, and I was thinking to do something else because in life we have to have a backup option. So I thought I
Exactly.
should have a backup option, and for that I'm pursuing my master's. And
Hmm.
apart from these, my interests are, I want to become a communication coach in
Hmm.
future whenever I will be having that kind of confidence and that kind of a degree that is required, to go in any field. So definitely,
Hmm.
because I love doing this. Why I want to do this? Because I love doing this. I can't feel tired, while talking to the people and helping them to improve their language and communication skills. And
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
why I want to choose my career. When you like something and when you make it your career, that is the very rare thing that happens. Somewhere. I mean, if it happens with you or with anybody, it is something that is
Hmm.
beautiful. I think. What do
Exactly.
you think?
Not everybody can follow their passion. There is always the
Yeah.
requirement of money, and passion sounds good, but as long as you are making money, I may sound a little bit pessimistic, but this is the reality. We all want to do something in our lives, but if you don't have enough money, you won't be able to have that freedom to do the things the way you want to do. You have to make a living. And, you know, I think you can also understand you are living in a hostel. You must have big dreams. You must want to make something independently, but it will take time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, everything take time, and nowadays I think employment kind of things has been become a real challenge in India because
Hmm.
as population is increasing, I think the work kind of thing is like people want to go into like government job and all. So
Hmm.
skill is something that is very much required in the market. Obviously, there is the opportunities a lot, whether on the YouTube, whether on the content creation, or in
Hmm.
private sector. Like I'm pursuing my master, so in IT sector, there is still a chance to have a growth that you can grow if you have that required skill. And for that,
Exactly.
the skill is something that is very much required. I know many of my friends that have started the YouTube journey
Hmm.
with me, and nowadays they are doing really great on the YouTube. They are teaching
Nice.
students privately, and
Hmm.
also they are doing good on the YouTube channel as well. So I think I
Hmm.
have also the potential. I can also do
Exactly.
that.
And I think being consistent is one of the most important thing. You cannot learn a skill within a day, within a week. You'll have to be consistent with that thing. And I have also learned this.
Yeah,
I started, you mentioned about your friends, and I'm going to talk about myself here. Like I started
yeah,
last year, like in the same month of January. And my intention was not to grow something here. It was just for the sake of improving my English. And then I saw that here on YouTube you have, if you can be consistent and if you can find a kind of audience, you can monetize your skill. Even though I'm not earning directly from YouTube, but now that I have a small community, people are approaching me to teach them English. So I've also started, providing them private classes and group sessions. So if you can utilize that, that's great. But you have to be consistent.
obviously, if we have some skill like this that we can teach people, and people are thinking like this, that this person can teach me, some skill,
Hmm.
whether it is English language or communication skill. So definitely there is nothing wrong to teach them. Like many people have also considered, they might be have seen something in me that okay, this man can teach me.
Hmm.
So they contacted me and I teach people, online especially. So I do some, my part time, you can say part time
Hmm.
expenses are very clear through YouTube and all. But obviously we
Nice.
want in life, a certain things like security, financial security is
Hmm.
something that we want in our life. So do you often think about that I should also have a security, financial security or something
I
like that?
always think about that, man. I'm really scared of this thing, finding stability, because I have never been to college. I don't have any degree apart from my graduation, which I recently completed. And now I think that if I'm able to stay, I'm mentioning this word again and again, consistency. So if I can do that regularly here on YouTube, I will be able to find that stability, right? I have been working in a school for the past 2 years, and you mentioned that about financial freedom. If you don't have any degree and you look like a kid, you are not paid much. So for the past 2 years, I have been underpaid, and now that I feel I'm confident enough now that I can start something of my own here. So very soon, like as soon as the semester is completed in the school, not semester, the March, February, March thing,
Fine.
I'm definitely shifting everything online. I will start something of my own, and let's see how it goes. And I'm working on myself, studying, learning some new skills, right?
Uh, yeah, you
And what
already
about you?
mentioned the very important thing like discipline and consistency, which is required in
Hmm.
any field that you want to grow in, whether in studies, on YouTube, or anything that you want to become. Consistency is very important. And I can totally agree with you, whatever you are doing, that you
Hmm.
recognize your skill and you are working on the YouTube channel. And very soon you grow faster. You grow very fast, and now you have a student. But the one thing that I can see in your background that you have multiple books in your front where
Hmm.
I can see. So it seems like you are a book lover. Yeah, so tell me, which kind of book do
Exactly.
you like to read?
I read mostly fiction, and a lot of growth, credit goes to reading these books that I'm able to speak this language. And but it was never my intention. Like I never read books because I don't want to call myself a book lover, but I have always loved stories, right? It doesn't matter book form or like video form. I have loved everything, but books are something now that I have started collecting, and they are a bit cheaper than other media. Like if you want to get CDs, DVDs, they are more expensive, right? But books, in comparison to that, they're less expensive. So I love stories, and book form is a great way to consume media. I love manga, comics, movies. So I used to consume a lot, right? So a lot of credit goes to it, and I never I never saw this thing that I can speak English and I can earn money from it. Right? I can make a change in other people's life. So a
Yeah,
lot of credit goes to these books. And yes, I like to read in my free time and I try to find free time. What about you? Do
obviously.
you read?
Yes, I also love reading. I love reading books, but what kind of books I love to read? I love, self improvement books, self help
Hmm.
books. The very reason is that these are simple and very easy to understand, and we can have the good sentence structure that you can be able to use in your conversation whenever you are going to talk with somebody. And also
Hmm.
sometimes I get good vocabularies as well. Fiction and non-fiction sometimes is a bit complicated to, like when you are reading and trying to understand, you have to keep dictionary or maybe Google dictionary.
No, no,
But
no. I
self
think
help
once you,
is something. Mhm.
yeah, go on, complete yourself.
That's what I was saying. That this is what I thinking, because I never tried. Maybe that is the reason that I never tried such kind of books,
Hmm.
fiction and non-fiction. That is why I do not have the idea whether it is really good for me or not. But for me, what really helped me, what till the time I'm here doing conversation, is self-help book. That's what I
Hmm.
think. What do
But
you think?
a time will come when you will start thinking that those books are repetitive. Self-help books, you will find nothing but same kind of thing in different sentences. But the beauty of fiction is that, you know, you have to figure out the meaning. You are not given that, you know, you have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, make up your bed, brush your teeth. They will not teach you anything, but you will have to figure out the meaning. And fiction is something which you can be lost into, you know, the world. You will be interested in the
Ah,
characters, the world building, and then you will figure out that, you know, what the story is trying to say. There are some simpler plots, there are some difficult plots, and of course it is understandable. Comprehension part is also difficult. Like not every book is difficult, but if you once you start, you know, building that habit of reading, you also get used to the difficulty of a language, of the language. So I
yes.
prefer fiction, but I want to change that to non-fiction this year, and especially NCRTs. I want to, I do want to study, you know, some of the books which are required to get a job. Like you know, earlier I mentioned that I want to work full time on YouTube, but along with that, for a stability part, so that I can show to my family that yes, I'm actually studying anything.
So, you know, when you grow here, people will try to, they will acknowledge you, you know, definitely, because you are also here
Hmm.
working on yourself while talking to the people. And I think talking to the people is something that really, you know, it boosts your confidence in so many ways. You know, when I
Exactly.
watch my videos, my old videos that I have uploaded on my YouTube channel, and when I
Hmm.
compare to myself today, I feel that I got gone through a really a big change in myself. And I think the day
Hmm.
when I did my first season, if I have not tried that day with confidence that okay I can do, maybe today I wasn't having such kind of confidence to face people like you and some other who are really good at English. So it really helps. And if it is helping you in the sense of earning money and all, then definitely it is
Hmm.
the cherry on the cake, we can say, right?
Exactly, exactly. You know, we sometimes it is just about taking that step. We start thinking about all those upcoming years, but once I think it's a journey. Like no any learning a skill. If you're learning a skill, you want to do it as soon as possible, but it takes time. So I'm figuring out things, and good luck to you too. You know, just keep doing it, and you will also find how big is your channel? Like how many subscribers do you have?
You know, there is a story behind my channel. You know, again, I will come back to your answer that you have given already. That consistency is something that is very, very important, and taking
Hmm.
right opportunity at the right time is equally very important. Like when I started my YouTube channel and when I started uploading videos, I was getting good views, man. You know, I was getting
Hmm.
good views in every videos like 500, 600, and it is good views what I believe, because your video my videos length was like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and 35 minutes.
Hmm.
And if you're getting like 1K views around, then it is good. The problem was me with me was that I was not consistent enough. You know, I
Oh.
sometimes I take break for 1 month, sometimes I take
Hmm.
break for, you know, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, due to some personal reason or maybe professional reason or maybe study reason, whatever, it doesn't matter. And at the same time, the people who were very, very disciplined and continuous, like Rajini Burma, Karisma ma'am, and all, and maybe
Hmm.
Asutosh, if you know, they
Hmm.
grow on the YouTube channel. And you can see that still they are very consistent. No matter what happens, they will upload one videos with a gap span of 1 day or maybe 2 days. So
Hmm.
your thing, you know, that you said consistency, that's the very, very important thing, you know, while making a career on the YouTube channel. And now I
Hmm.
think maybe I will be continuing my journey further.
Nice. So, how's life in Gorakhpur? I have been there to watch a few movies there, but I haven't explored the
Oh,
city.
well, Gorakhpur is really a nice city. It has changed a lot. You know, when you will come here, you will get many things,
I have been there. I have
historical
been
things,
there.
and all. Uh, so it is really a good city because it's a CM city. If you know, my CM is from here, and
Hmm.
uh, the good things are here. You know, here you will see the good place to visit. Like if you're, it depends on which kind of things do you like to visit. You know, like I love to
Hmm.
go at place where there is some kind of cultural programs are happen, or maybe the things that is related to sahitya and all. I love to go there.
Hmm.
So it depends on people to people. There is some good places to visit and explore as well. There are Jew, there are Gorakhnath Mandir, and there are many places.
Hmm.
So Gorakhpur is a bit, the population is increasing, and the kind of pollution is something that is a really a bit of concern that is really need to keep our light on. And I think it will improve with the time. You know, it's
Hmm.
on
Hmm.
it's the responsibility of each individual to keep the clean our city, our home, or whatever, right? So
Exactly.
that is something that I think will change further. Yeah,
Hmm. I was there last year. I think Oppenheimer was released last year, right? Oppenheimer, that movie. I
yeah,
think it was released
yeah.
last year. Oppenheimer. I went to watch it, and like it was not released in my town, my city, Siwan. Like I'm from Bihar, so there is no PVR or big cinema hall. So I thought I need to watch this movie, and I went there and I watched it. So I have been there to just to watch movies like a few times, and for my exams also with my friends.
So how was
You
your
mentioned
experience?
earlier. It was nice, like any other. It was better than Sivan. Like I can't even compare Sivan to Gorakhpur. Like I'm a country bumpkin. I haven't traveled much apart from a few places. So for me, that was a nice place.
Good thing.
You mentioned earlier that you are into literature and like poetry. You like to
Yeah.
recite. So do you attend any, public places where you go and recite poetry?
Not on the public places. I got these kind of chance. I got this
Hmm.
kind of chance when I joined this college. Right now I'm in my college campus. I'm in the hostel.
Hmm.
So in my college, I get many opportunities to
Hmm.
recite poetries or to present myself in many ways, whether
Hmm.
it is a speech, poetries, or whatever. So when I get such kind of chance to recite poetry, I
Hmm.
recited many a time. I recited many a times, and people really praised
Nice.
me for this. Yes.
That's great. I think you need a lot of confidence to just be on a public place and recite poetry. And poetry is something you. And how much time do you give this to? Do you give to this art, like every on a regular basis?
To be very honest, if I will say, you won't believe that
Hmm.
before that I was not was like that I was liking since a very long time. There was nothing like
Hmm.
that. Since the time I am
Hmm.
here, a
Hmm.
few couple of times when I was scrolling reels, I got John Elias and some other like Faraj and all. I got
Hmm.
those people's poetries. So when I heard them, I try to mimic them. The way they
Oh.
are reciting poetry. So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
was feeling a kind of a good vibe, and then I recite my poetries to my friends. My friends
Hmm.
said that, "Oh my God, you are really reciting very well. You can speak
Hmm. Hmm.
in your friends, in your class, or maybe on the munch." So when I get a chance to speak on the stage and all, I did,
Hmm.
and I get a lot of appreciation. And I believe that
Nice.
things has also helped me to improve my confidence. The confidence at
Great. Great.
anywhere helps you
Hmm.
in your personality. Whether I'm here talking
Exactly.
here, maybe that has a role to speak. So poetry is something that I really love a lot. What is your
Hmm.
hidden talent? Do you like
I
something
don't have
like this?
any talent. I am a man without any talents. But I love to read poetry. There is this author Khalil Gibran. I love his writing, and he's a great poet. I love like his poets. His poetry is, you know, it doesn't follow any kind of pattern. It's more of essaic, and his philosophy is out of this world. So whenever I feel down or I want some kind of outside motivation, I read his poetry. Like he writes about everything. There is this book, The Prophet, which I carry around everywhere, and whenever I feel like reading something, I read that. So I'm
Poetry,
more into that.
poetry.
Go on,
My
go on.
understanding of poetry is that if you want to say that much things with poetry, you can say in this, with
Hmm.
little
I'm
spaces.
not much educated on this topic. I have only read one poet, that is Khalil Gibran, and I'm planning this year. Let's see if I'm able to read it or not. All right, Shravan, it was lovely chatting with you, and hopefully we can do it in future also.
Sure, sure. It was really a great conversation, so far that I did with you. The kind of experience I gained while watching your videos, you are the same person that I'm talking to you. The vibes was same, and you are really good speaker. Believe me, I have seen your videos. The way you speak, it is very clear in terms of speaking. Your voice, your vocal sounds is really very clear, and that
Thank
was
you.
the reason that I wanted to talk to you. And in throughout the conversation, I was also trying to keep that vocal sound clear. I'm going to watch this video again, because sometimes I think I
Yes.
speak fast, and somewhere or another I just try to skip some words. But it is okay. It was really great. Thank you for
Same
joining
here.
and having your time.
Thank you, brother. Bye.
Okay, see you. Bye.